All right, let's get this started. We live, G, with Roman Harper. Roman, appreciate your time. Thank you for stopping with us on SEC Media Days. How's your week been so far?
It's been, the week is when? Today's Monday, right?
Yeah.
It's been good, man. I was in Louisville, Kentucky all last week with my daughter and her AAU basketball team. Shout out to the Run for the Roses. Shout out Team Griggs. We won the whole thing.
You wouldn't want to parents on the run with the snipers everywhere.
Yeah, I heard about that. So it was no guns was fired, no shots was fired.
Okay.
But you know how it is, man. Well, you might not, but everybody needs to know this. Well, y'all from Black, y'all definitely know. You know, when black folks start running, somebody better start moving. You can't just be standing around. Somebody gonna get ran over, and I think that's what happened. No shots fired because it was I was there though.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
I heard what happened. It was the next day, that Sunday.
Yeah, I had some family members that was out there, and they didn't see anybody with a gun, but they said a lot of people said they had a couple people that say they had a gun, and everybody was running everywhere.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it was the running. And look, man, parents, look, I know nobody's kid is going to the WNBA right there. Like nobody's going. So we need to calm down. Yeah. It's a lot of parents. It's a lot of anxiousness. It's a lot of emotions running high. And the difference in basketball than in football is in football, you can't hear your mom and daddy yelling in the stands. It's too far.
For sure.
In basketball, they right there. And so you got kids looking over to the side all the time, coaches trying to coach. It's a lot of emotion, and the kids want to win as well. So it's highly competitive. It was a great tournament. It's my first big AAU event, and I had a great time.
Yeah, it's turned into a circuit. They got to get it all under control. But
it is.
I want to get into, man, your alma mater, Alabama. I heard you over there talking about the quarterback battle between Ty Simpson and Austin Mack. My question to you is, who do you think gives Alabama the best opportunity to compete for a championship with both of them not having too much of experience?
I think it's Ty Simpson. I don't even know if it's a battle, in all honesty. I haven't heard it all like that. I mean, I think Ty's been there. He's paid his dues. I think he was a good quarterback in the last 2 years, but he just had Jalen Milroe get hot, and Jalen Milroe went out there and did his thing. And one of the biggest things is when you're playing quarterback, it's not just throwing and completing passes. It's commanding the huddle.
Yep.
It's leading the team. It's all these other things. It's doing all the little things. It's being first one in, last one out.
For sure.
It's doing all the little things. My son plays flag football, and he played quarterback on his team. And I had to tell him, I'm saying, like, look, dude, quarterback ain't just throwing the ball.
Right.
It's when people are down, it's picking them up.
Yep.
And it's not having bad body language. It's about when we need a big play, you stepping up and getting the guys going. And that's what being quarterbacking is. And so I think when you've been in that locker room for as long as he has, I do think he presents the best opportunity for them to win right now because of all the little intangibles that come with playing quarterback. And not just, taking the snap, getting in front of the camera because I'm the quarterback now. It's all the other little things, in my opinion, what separates quarterbacks in the end of the day.
Now, I got to ask you this, because we heard a little birdie that Saban might not be done coaching. I think you somebody, with that being your alma mater, you might know something about this.
I mean, if Saban wants to go back, that'd be very interesting. His wife's got to sign off on it first.
Right.
You know that.
Sure.
Like, he ain't going unless she signed off on it. And if Miss Terry's cool with trying to get back in the game, that'd be great. I would love to know where they would go. And
got some people on the hot seat.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be interesting to see where he would go. Of course, they're instantly going to be better. And of course, they're instantly going to be in national championship competition. I don't care if he's at William and Mary. They're going to be out there.
Right.
So he's that great of a coach. But it's also, is this what he wants to do still? Well, I mean, he's 70-something years old.
Right.
Do you want to be doing this when you're 80, chasing around kids, still trying to please them? Or is he just going to be coaching some, just kind of come around the circuits and getting back on the grass? Because I do know this. I did Saints training camp last year, and there is no better feeling than getting back on the grass. Right. You ain't been on the grass. The competition, the pads, the talking, the vibe. There is nothing like it. And so I scratched that itch for myself by just getting back on the grass a little bit.
Yeah.
But I don't want to coach full time, even though I know I probably could, but it's an itch that can only be scratched by getting back on the grass.
Right.
We were talking before you sat down about really how wide open the SEC is.
Yeah.
Right? Who would you rank, top 3 in this conference?
Yeah, so I got Texas, Alabama, Georgia, LSU is my top 4.
Okay.
And so it's tiers to this. Look, if LSU wins the first game, LSU's a playoff team. but you got to secure that first one. Look, Sean Payton would always say this to us. He's like, look, guys, if you want to do something you've never done before, you got to do something you've never done before.
Yep.
Straight up.
And right now, Brian Kelly's not won the first game. You got to find a way to win the first game. I know all odds against you. I know it's against Clemson, and they're going to be probably top team in the country.
Right.
I know all these other things, but guess what? Nobody cares. You go out there and win that game, and you think that's a big game. I tell anybody, Sean would say this too. He's like, if this is a big game, just win it, because the next one only gets bigger.
Right.
And then everybody else is going to talk about the next. Oh, this is so much, and it's like, no, it's just the next game. It's just the next moment, just like it's just the next play. And so you got to have that sense of ability and that sense of attitude. LSU has all the talent. Brian Kelly's done a great job of accumulating, putting his money where his mouth is, and going out there and helping get more players out of the transfer portal. How do they all kind of come together for the first game and go out there and play? That's yet to be determined, but LSU's got to find a way to win the first game. They do that, we will all look at them in a different light if they do that.
I do have a rebuttal to what you just said, though. Out of the 4 teams you named, Nussmeier is the only returning starter.
Yeah.
So you don't think that should give LSU a nod to be ahead of Georgia, ahead of Bama, ahead of Texas?
No, because they ain't done it. They still got to do it. And Nuss is, I love Nuss, but he's almost too confident. You can't make every throw.
Right.
I know you can.
Yeah,
Gunslinger.
Yeah.
I don't need you to make every throw.
Yeah.
And sometimes, he's coming around. He's been around this LSU team where Jaden Daniels had to put up 50, 60.
Right.
So Jaden Daniels had to make those throws.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden now, last year, because their defense is struggling in the secondary specifically, he sometimes feel like he has to make them like, you just got to take care of the football. And so that got him in trouble at times. So he's got to get that cleaned up. I love Nuss as a quarterback, but it's not about – he's going to be the last one I'm worried about. It's everything else with LSU. And so it's everything else. Is your offensive coordinator going to call the run plays and we're not run out of just shotgun with the running backs beside him? Or we're going to actually do more pistol where you actually have success going down the stretch. And now we can use a little bit more play action with Nussmeier, where now he can open these things up and use the new wide receivers and tools that he has around him. Yeah. And so all these other things are going to got to have come into place. It's not just Nuss. That's not why I'm picking that. Because if so, I wouldn't. It's everything else around Arch at Texas that I like. And Steve Sarkisian, who's got to be better than running a crack toss on the 1 yard line at Ohio State. When you had a chance. You can't run quack toss and not block the best player on Ohio State's defense. Can't do it. Like, it's all these other things. It's not just the players in the locker room on the roster.
Before we get you out of here, I want to peel back some layers a little bit, get into your mind. You're talking about Sean Payton, the hype-up speeches. Bring me into the locker room before the Super Bowl. Like, how do you lock in before a moment like that? Well, it's so big.
Honestly, I was so tired of hearing about Peyton Manning for the last week and a half, 2 weeks, how the things they were doing offensively. I was just ready to play the damn game. Like, I'm just ready to play. Then I go see my parents in the hotel because I always go see them before the game. My dad's pacing back and forth. He's nervous. I'm like, dude, I got to get out of here.
Yeah.
Like, you guys are –
you're making me nervous.
Yeah. I'm just trying to go –
Jesus Christ.
Like, I'm just ready to go play this game because it's 2 weeks. And so I just knew that we were ready. We had been the same team and we had already been to Miami. And we told ourselves we were going to come back. And so we didn't come down there for nothing. And you just play. I remember all the flashing lights from the opening kickoff because you feel your body temperature warm up because it's like all that. And then after that, man, you start to settle into a game. And then you just play. We make some mistakes. They're a great team. We're a great team. And we just got to battle. And then all of a sudden, we made the plays that helped determine and win our game. Won our season, we never backed down because we had been down there. We'd been down to Washington, thought we were supposed to lose that game and won it. We'd been down in Miami, 20-some points in the first half, came all the way back and blew them out by 20.
The Washington game.
Yeah, the Washington game. We've been down to Minnesota. They're about to go down and kick a field to go. We get an interception in the last second. So, we never wavered in our conviction and ability to win the game because we did it. Like, nobody saw that. And when you win 7, 8, 9, 13 games in a row, you got to be lucky. And we believed that it was always just going to be us. And so when Sean comes in at halftime and says he's running ambush, we're like, bro, run it. Like, way confidently, man. All right, man, run it. We've been practicing it all year. We ain't done it yet. So, what are we taking it home for?
Let's get it.
And it was meant to go to me, but it didn't happen. Chris Reese was there. I fall on him. It was just crazy. And so when you're playing, you don't have time to be nervous. You don't have time to worry about all these other outside factors because I'm just worried about the next play. And so that was our mentality, and it worked. And there's no better feeling than going at the end of the year and your head coach not giving that end of the year speech where we got to improve on this and we got to change that. It's like, we did it, and you got to meet here for the Super Bowl parade, and I probably partied about 40-something days straight. So it was great.
Last question, yes or no? Are you in favor of the 16-team playoff, or do you want to keep it the same at 12?
I don't even care. It was so fun. It was entertaining last year because we got things we never seen before.
Yeah.
So I don't really care. I think 12's enough, but they're going to keep bringing in other teams. I actually don't like it as much because there's more and more games played on the players' legs, and you're just one play away from injury. So for me, I'm always trying to look at it from that angle.
For sure. Appreciate you, man.
Hey, man, appreciate it, man. Thank you guys for having me.
Again sometime.
Appreciate it, man. For sure, man. Thank you, baby.
Nice to meet you.
Who that? Y'all have a good one.
Yes, sir. You as well. All right, G. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Saints legend coming in, talking some ball with me and G. G, how you feeling? Happy birthday, dog.
I appreciate it, man.
Everybody, birthdays in the chat. Birthdays in the chat for my guy G, bro.
Cancer game.
So what's your takeaways from Atlanta? The craziness, the traffic, all the hectic stuff. What's going on? How you feel?
Hell of a big experience so far. Just seeing all the different coaches, some of the players. Hearing Brian Kelly go to the podium and talk about this upcoming season and how he feels about Whit Weeks and Nussmeier and Chris Hilton, and kind of elaborating on his feelings about those players. So I think that getting to see Lane Kiffin today, Coach Beamer from South Carolina, I can't wait to see them take the podium and hear what they got to say. Lenore Sellers, you know, he's a big one. So I'm excited about what they're gonna have to say and their approach to this upcoming season.
Hey, we got Carl Dunn, a super fan, giving you a happy birthday in the chat, bro.
Appreciate it, Mr. Dunn, man. Cancer gang. No, you can't hang.
Come on. We got a lot of people in the stream with us. I'll make sure to hit that thumbs up. If you missed the Roman Harper interview, back it up a little bit. Just scoot it back about 5 minutes, drop some gems on us. Talked about the Super Bowl, talked about Alabama, talked about Nick Saban. I'm opening the floor to Nostradamus right here because this man tried to warn you.
Man,
he tried to put you on game.
Listen, bro. Listen. Saban just was waiting for all the chaos to end with the NIL and the transfer portal. They bring some structure. They bring some guidelines to it. So now he can hop back in it. I think after this football season, you're gonna see more guidelines and more things in place that where it's not so crazy with this portal on his NIL, right? And that's gonna make him want to get back in it. Yeah. And like I've been saying, you know, you got a couple coaches in the SEC that's on the hot seat. Saban could just come right in. I don't think he will go to any other conference.
No,
unless it was like a blue blood, like a Ohio State or something of that nature. But I think he wants to stay in the SEC. And like Roman Harper said, his wife, Miss Terry, got to sign off on it. And I think she would sign off on it depending on the place. So I can't wait to see how it's going to turn out.
I feel like there's so many questions running through my head. First off, Paul Feinbaum obviously was talking about it. He said, nah.
He said a heavy no.
He said a heavy no.
Feinbaum, come on, man. Come sit down with me, Feinbaum. I'll tell you what some of my sources tell you.
But then you got Greg McElroy, Alabama quarterback. I'm sure you got some good sources outside the building. He's sitting there with conviction, dropping this during SEC media days at the right time, quite frankly. Now we're Saban was over here. Get him on the mic and talk about that. I'm wondering though, would a return to Alabama be more probable than him coming to LSU?
No, because I don't think the board will be out of Alabama after the season.
Okay.
I just don't see it. I think he signed with an 8-year deal.
Let's look it up.
You can probably look it up. We got Google. Google, I hate to see us coming.
No boy, talk about.
But I think he signed like a 7-8 year deal. So
8-year deal worth $87 million.
It'll be a crazy buyout. Let's just say they did shit the bed this season and won 6 games. They're not gonna fire the board. So Bama is gonna be out. You know, you got your people like Stubbs in Kentucky. He's gonna be on the hot seat. You got Billy Napier at Florida. He's on the hot seat. You got Brian Kelly. He's on the hot seat. And I think that's it that I can think of off the top of the dome. That those schools are that come to mind when you talk about coaches that could be out of here after the season if they don't have the right type of season that the AD wants. Right. So Saban, I can see him going to any one of the spots. Kentucky, I don't know. Maybe not. They got some nice facilities. I don't know if you've ever been there.
No,
Kentucky has some nice facilities. I don't know if you don't want to go there because basketball is king.
That's a good point. You got to share that rev share budget. It's a split.
Yeah, so that would be interesting. But Florida, definitely LSU, and how he keeps coming in on these interviews talking about how he loves Baton Rouge, and that's one of his biggest regrets. I think he's trying to drop something. I don't know. So if he does come back, I think that'll break the internet.
What y'all think in the chat? Y'all drop. We got some reactions right here. We got Mac Daddy.
We gotta come back and play the snippet when I said this 3-4 months ago.
We're gonna have to dial it back. Man. I need to get you a crystal ball.
Yeah, man. A cape. I need a cape. A purple cape.
A wine. Oh no,
man. Come on, man.
We got Mac Daddy Dunk saying Nick is not going back into coaching. That's his take.
All right.
Carl Dunn says, hell no.
All right.
He's doing too good.
He bored at home, man.
What?
He bored.
It'll be interesting.
Go back and watch some of these interviews he's been doing.
Look at our guy Floby with his profile picture. He got BK screenshot from TFB. Man, you doing BK wrong. Said Nussmart look ready, focused.
Now, what you think about what Roman Harper said when I asked him how you gonna have LSU 4
with the returning
when he's the only returning starter out of the 4 teams?
And he said he has to show it. Like he has to do it. Okay. Now here's my take on it.
He said that Nuss is too confident.
That's what you want. I want some Mox.
Nah, look, he makes a good point when he said Nussmeier does try to fit in every throw and he has that gunslinger mentality. I agree with that, but experience is the best teacher, bro.
No, it is. And Brian Kelly said it in his opening
speech.
We
go back and look at, and I hate to keep trying to compare Nuss to Joe Burrow and Jay Nance because he's a total different quarterback from what they are. But going into year 2 in that offense with all the weapons he got around him, I just think it's going to slow down for him. I think he's going to take that check down instead of trying to force it in that window. You know what I mean? I think he's going to get better at getting his protection set, instead of having to use the timeout all the time. That was a big thing last year, too. He used so many timeouts early on in the game, and Brian Kelly talked about it in the press conference. So I think all those things will get cleaned up this year. Yeah, I feel like it was kind of a nod to the decision-making side of it. He even talked about the run game. He even talked about the type of play calling schematically on how you're going to run, what formation, pistol, gun, yada, yada, yada. I'm just going to double down and say with the confidence that they got with a healthy Caden Durham, Caleb Jackson ready to spoon it back. Harlem Berry is going to get thrown out there. They got enough of a mixed bag, so to speak, where he's going to get some production out of that backfield. And shit, I ain't even going to lie. Put Zay Thomas back there. Put Aaron Anderson. Well, they got some packages where Zay Thomas going to be in the backfield.
So they can get real creative.
You saw it toward the end of the season when Joe Sloan started getting creative with Zay. And Zay could do that kind of thing. He's a gadget guy. So I believe adding that dimension to their offense is going to make defensive coordinators have another thing to prepare for. So I can't wait to see it. The biggest question we've been talking about, and if you've been following our streams over the last 3-4 months, the tackles. Weston Davis at right tackle, Tyree Adams at left tackle, that blind side. Tyree played a lot last year, but he played guard. Weston didn't play at all. So that's gonna be the critical part of that offensive line. Now, the GCG, guard, center, guard, you're gonna have some veteran leadership right there. DJ Chester started every game last year at center. I would anticipate him playing one of the guard spots. Josh Thompson he's probably gonna play the other guard spot, and then Braylon Moore's probably gonna play center. That's the Virginia Tech and the Northwestern State transfers. Now Mabinga, I don't know how that's gonna play out. Will he battle one of those guys to win that guard spot? Because he played a lot last year when Dillinger got hurt. So can't wait to see how it's gonna play out. But I think Tyree Adams and Weston Davis, I think that's the two question marks, because you replacing a first round pick and a third round pick in Emory Jones and Will Campbell. And everybody gonna be paying attention to, can they live up to the bill that first game of the season in Death Valley at Clemson.
And it's always that you never know what you got till it's gone, bro. You're replacing 80% of that line. 4 of the 5 people are gone. The only person that you're returning is probably gonna move positions and move over to that blind side guard. I feel like that's gonna be an interesting transition. Yeah. Let's get into this chat, bro. This thing blowing up. All kind of people in here. Somebody say happy birthday again, G.
Appreciate it, man. Cancer gang.
Y'all gotta spam the happy birthday.
Cancer gang.
Bro. Come on. This dude said,
we do it better.
Hold up. Whoa. Mac Daddy don't. No, bro. You got to put a pause on that, bro. He said if Nick Saban comes back to LSU, he will come back in here and quote unquote verbatim let you eat him up. Wait a minute.
I don't like the sound of it.
Me neither.
Eat him up.
What are we talking about?
You got to say no Diddy after that one, bro.
We need a pause. We need some. Blanche talking about, I'm looking sharp. Blanche, appreciate it. I tried to do my thing, bro. Floby, Nussmeier, Durham, Berrien Anderson, Nick Anderson, Chris Hilton. Man, explosive offense, as I say the least. Forgot a couple
People
people
gonna
in there,
start
too.
talking about Bauer Sharp. Telling you,
And I feel like a lot of that is because they don't really know. New
Bauer
transfer.
Sharp gonna make a huge impact this year.
And then another thing that I want to tap in on, and I mean, this was kind of a little hidden factoid, if you will, the chemistry that he's got with Nussmeier, with Weeks.
I want to say they hang
Roman?
together outside of.
They
practice
definitely
and
hang
stuff.
together.
They
They
be
might
together a lot.
live together. I'm not sure
Nah, I
now.
don't think Nuss living with it, man. Nuss engaged. He need his privacy, man.
Oh man, come on, bro.
Man, Nuss ain't hanging with nobody, man. Nuss making what, about $3 million.
Nuss locked in
Come
on
on,
that
man.
film.
Come on,
Nuss
man.
locked in on that film.
Now they probably be by each other's house a lot, but I don't think they living together, bro.
And I feel like people thinking that Bauer Sharp was going to come in and fill that blocking tight end role, but quite frankly, I feel like he could be more about like a Mason Taylor, a hyper role. You can put
He's
him in
a balance
different
tight end for sure.
packages.
Yeah, go back and look at his Oklahoma film. He led Oklahoma in receiving last year at tight end.
Really?
Yeah, he was
Man,
the lead receiver.
That's a next gen
Yeah,
stat.
for sure.
That's a
For
next
sure.
gen stat.
And then when you treat Dennis Green in the game, when they won't go heavy package, and you can still pass out of it, that's gonna mess a lot of defensive coordinators up because you're gonna put a lot of linebackers and edge rushers on the field, and they just gonna pass the ball out of that formation, and it's just gonna be a mismatch.
Brian Kelly opened up his press conference speech talking about 70,000 season tickets are sold already. Dog, that's 3/4 of the stadium.
Yeah.
Like, you don't even got no room for outside fans at this point. I feel like the hype for LSU's building. Like Roman Harper said, if you win week 1 against Clemson, which quite frankly they're gonna have to lock in on, the whole narrative shifts. Like the whole hype will continuously build up. What do you think about LSU, I guess, handling that? Because they really haven't been in that spot before, especially that early on in the year. Normally, the only type of playoff hype they've ever really had, maybe around an A&M game, maybe around late October, early November. We're talking about, bro, late August. We on Labor Day weekend. They could already have the whole nation on watch. How do they handle that? And it's kind of a transitional point for the team.
This is expected. Football is king in Louisiana, so if LSU is not expected to be one of the top teams in the SEC and expected to compete for a national championship, then it's a disappointment. So with all the people they brought in from the transfer portal, and all the guys they got coming back, there's no way in the world people that's watching LSU and fans of LSU are not going to be expecting this team to be really, really good this year. And you keep hearing all these different interviews and broadcasts that this is the best roster Brian Kelly has had since he's been at LSU. Well, that's why people are so excited about it.
And then this is an interesting post. Wilson Alexander got this bite on Brian Kelly's interview earlier this morning. He was talking about how they are putting prints on the bags in the weight room with Clemson's logo on it. So when you hit in the bag, you already know who's the week 1 opponent, who you lock 1-0, 1-0. Talk about that. They're just locking in on this, trying to rewrite history, so to speak, trying to start off on the wrong foot, or right foot rather, not the wrong foot. What do you think about? Is that too much? Is that a good step for LSU? If you were the coach, are you doing that?
I like it. The first 3 years, he kept acting as if the first game of the season wasn't a big deal and it wasn't worrying about it. And it was just another game on the schedule. Well, guess what? You're 0-3 in week 1 since you've been in. So it's not another game on the schedule. That's something you have to overcome that you've been dealing with since you've been here. So I like putting these different things in the building to motivate them, and so they can see that every day and have that drive. Now, I wouldn't overdo it, right? I wouldn't overdo it. I wouldn't. Every meeting we have, we're talking about Clemson, and we got to win the first game, right? But have different tactics where it's still motivating your team and having your captains motivate the team internally. Because if they got to keep coming from the coaches, then they're going to lose week 1. They got to be a player-led team, right? Brian Kelly and Joe Sloan and Blake Baker got to be the ones that's, hey, we got to win this first game. We got to get this monkey off our back. They don't got a shot in hell.
Cedric Van Pran said the same thing. His time at Georgia, the most successful Georgia teams, in his opinion, were the ones that were player-led. So the coaches don't have to give you that rah-rah speech. You're already hyped up.
Sure.
You're already pumped up. You're already locked in.
For sure.
I will say this. My time at the MPA, we talked to Cade Klubnik. This man right here, Ben, come take a seat. We talked to Cade Klubnik. He said, and it could be week 3. It could be week 1. It could be week 8. It's all the same game. Like, he's trying to talk about, he's mellowed out. He's mellow. He's not focused on LSU. I'm not worried on LSU. Talk about that, because that's the opposite approach. What do you think about that?
As far as Cade Klubnik?
Yep.
There's more than one way to skin a cake. You know, if that's his approach. and that's how he's going to go about his business. I don't see anything wrong with it because guess what? You could be a rah guy. You could be a guy that's mellow and kind of stays even killed. As long as you produce wins, nobody gonna have nothing to see.
Yep.
And they're gonna give you all the praise in the world. So it's just like what Brian Kelly doing. They're making a big deal about week 1. If they win, everybody gonna be like, that was a great idea. If they lose, they're gonna be like, man, they made Clemson, they made it too much of a big deal and they overthought this. And that's how the world works, right? So everybody gotta go down their path and do it their way. And hopefully LSU's way gives them a dub this year. If not, it's gonna be a lot of flack gonna be coming Brian Kelly.
And I'm not gonna lie, look, I'm not trying to jump and get into like a point further down the line and not be focused on the right now, where your feet are type deal. But bro, if they lose that game, week 3 against Florida gets a lot harder. Week 4 against Ole Miss gets a lot harder. South Carolina comes in like that. It was good. I'm ready to spoon back from last year. I feel like that's going to control the thermostat of the entire building. Like, you're going to have to pick yourself up in a week 2 game against Southeastern, I believe it is. And, I mean, yeah, you get a nice little victory there, but you don't have time to really regroup before you get Florida, DJ Lagway, Billy Napier, all the different minds that are about to come through that door. Like, I do think it could be a snowball effect if you lose week 1. I'm going to go out on a limb and say this, G. I think if you lose week 1, you'll have 2 losses through the first 4 weeks. 5 weeks. Give me 1 more week. You have 2 losses through the first 5 because you're dropping an SEC game. Possibly. If that happens. Possibly. That's my worry.
Possibly.
That's a pessimistic look at it.
It's really a psychic thing. The season's not over if they lose week 1.
It's not. Far from over.
Just like when they lost to USC last year. If they take care of business against A&M and don't drop that Florida game, right? Bama, they lost. They got blew out. They got took to the woodshed now. So now you just got the Bama loss and the USC loss. They're probably in the 12-team playoff, bro. Right? But you slipped up against Florida A&M and you was up 10 at the half against A&M and pissed on your leg.
Yeah, thanks.
Right? So I don't think necessarily it's over if they lose week 1 against Clemson. But with that same token, it's just the psyche in the building. And worry about your guys' mental because they're going to be listening to everything they're seeing on social media. They're going to be listening to the fans. And so you don't want that to start playing into the minds of your kids and affects the rest of the season. So,
I agree. Brian Kelly said this comment in his interview. He said, we would push for as many teams as possible in the college football playoff if they were evaluated by what their schedules look like. We're talking about win-loss record, not based on you being an SEC team. Okay, let me try to dive into this a little bit. Is he talking about strength of schedule matters, but we're not locked in on the top 4 SEC situation? Like, he doesn't want 4 auto bids for the SEC just because they're the SEC. He wants to make sure that, hey, look, they're playing quality opponents, they're getting victories, and they're beating teams that are playoff contenders.
If you ask 5 different coaches from 5 different conferences, they're going to give you 5 completely different answers. So that's how Brian Kelly feels. Does that mean he's right or wrong? No. That's just perspective. But if you go ask somebody from the ACC, you go ask Mario Cristobal, he's gonna give you a totally different answer. So I don't think fans should give him any backlash behind saying something like that. That's just how his mind works when it comes to the playoff format. And he's just trying to say whatever he got to say to make a case for LSU to get in that 12-team playoff in case they lose a game or 2, and it come down to them and 2 of the schools and getting in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's setting it up.
So
I get it.
Flo be in the chat talking about who the hell is this guy? Garrett Nussmeyer's brother?
I'm right here, man.
It's our guy Ben, bro.
Hey, y'all know me. Y'all
Jared
just don't know.
Nussmeier. This is Jared Nussmeier.
Yeah. Show him your 3-step drop. Come on, let's see.
Jared Nussmeier.
This is gonna be the best 2-step y'all ever seen.
Hey, we were at the NPA. John Gruden listened to it and everything, bro.
So
The cadence ain't loud enough.
Yeah, come on, bro. I think it should.
So
Flo, you gotta rank that in the chat, dog.
You a softball?
yeah.
Left-handed.
Oh yeah.
Come on. The more you know,
I hope that proves I'm really him, man.
Well, got an interesting day ahead, bro. We got South Carolina going on right now. Shane Beamer, Lenora Sellers. We're going to have a couple more interviews for you later on today. DQ Smith at 1:50, I believe. And then we got at 4 o'clock, TJ Dodd linebacker from Ole Miss. We're trying to boots on the ground this thing. We're trying to, through the madness, sift through it as much as possible, get some content for y'all. We already got some interviews recorded with Chris Hilton, Nussmeyer. Got a little bit of a snippet from Brian Kelly's press conference. I'm going to go ahead and get that up there. Man, we've been live 30 minutes already. Like that, bro. Oh, my God. He said you got more of a Cajun voice than Garrett.
Oh,
Garrett,
come on, man.
Garrett got a country accent. He kind of got a little bit.
Wit too.
They got different
Red
mothers.
bad with that.
Him and Garrett, that's why I got the same daddy, but they got different mothers. That's why
Okay.
his
We got Johnny and Volta Walker situation. man.
his mom is from Pierre Port.
She from down the bayou. Man.
She from down that thing, boy. Man. Let's go check through this chat, bro. This thing popping. Whoa.
Technical difficulties.
Somebody ran into the camera. Hold up. We're gonna have to fix that.
He trucked him. That's Roman Harper, older brother.
Your man.
Appreciate that, sir.
Nah, it look like it still ain't fixed.
He gave it a
Come on, man, come on.
good effort.
Dude just ran into it and just kept walking, bro.
Man, they wild out here. The dude keep coming behind, messing with the mics too. No mercy.
Bro, G, next thing you know, somebody about to elbow drop my ass. Somebody want to walk up. Merton.
He said he gonna come back and powerbomb one of us through the table, man. We gotta watch out. WWE in town.
You the bodyguard. Yeah, WWE is in town. Bro, we pulled up last night, 5 o'clock. I don't even know what time we pulled up, dog. I ain't gonna lie.
The
Just kept
Beehive
getting
was
later
full
and
of
later.
thick down here in Atlanta.
We had
They're getting
Beyonce.
active.
You got the MLB All-Star Game. You got WWE. You got SEC Media Days. Then it's just Atlanta. Like Atlanta traffic is already rough. Dog, we were sitting 0.5 miles for 40 minutes. Had to do a loop. Couldn't even, didn't even know where to park. Bro, I mean, we been through it this week. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Oh, watch
We
out,
been
watch
through it.
out.
What y'all looking forward to most from South Carolina? What y'all want to hear?
I want to hear how do they plan to replicate their defense that they had last year. Their defense was really, really good last year, bro. I think that South Carolina defense was top 5 in the country. It might not be statistically, but when you talk about the front seven, the secondary, they was long and athletic, full of speed. They had pass rushing. I really want to see if they could replicate that this year. 'Cause I think that was the staple of the team last year.
Dylan Stewart. What was he, a freshman?
He
Dog?
was a true freshman last year.
They about to get some.
Yeah, he's gonna be arguably the best pass rusher in the country this year.
I agree.
But they lost Kennard. He was the other one. That's why I was so, Kennard.
Mhm.
That's why it was so tough to block him last year. Because if you double team one and the other one coming off the other edge, and then they had the big D tackle in the middle, Hemingway, I think he was number 90. He was 2 gapping, and they were really good. But on the back end, they had the safety. I forgot the name, number 7. I think he got drafted in the 2nd or 3rd round by the Cowboys. Forgot his name. He was really, really good. They just was loaded on defense last year.
Man, they was talking about their schedule. I heard a little while ago. They got a real chance of starting like 5-0.
Yeah.
That's
Hype train gonna build if that's the
Yeah.
case. Oh
I
man.
think the biggest thing for South Carolina, in my mind, is can Lenore Sellers take another step throwing the ball? You could tell when you watched them, it was a real basic offense. You know, a lot of zone read, RPO. They didn't really open it up too much, and they relied on the running game. And if you want to win in the SEC consistently and try to get to that 12-team club, you're not going to beat the Bahamas, the LSUs, the Tennessees of the world running a basic offense. Now you got to expect Norris Sellers to put his cape on every Saturday, and it's just not going to happen in this league. He might have some games here and there when he could put that cape on and will a team, but you can't expect him to do that game in and game out. So they're going to have to open up their offense, and he's going to have to take another step, being able to throw the ball intermediate and being able to, go through his progressions and make the right reads.
Yep. I heard somebody, overheard someone over here at Radio Road talking about South Carolina saying how Lenoris is the best in the SEC, but he doesn't have the supporting cast to be able to theoretically give him that rank. Like the production-wise might be lacking. I want to ask you this from a schematic standpoint. All right, you got a mobile quarterback. You got to put a QB spot. You got to drop one out of coverage, at least from your secondary. I feel like that plays into your advantage. Like the fact that you got DBs, edge rushers who are sitting there just trying to count in their head a certain amount of time, certain amount of seconds. Like, all right, bro, we're going to have to get to him quick or he's going to break off, roll around the edge, boom, have a 10-yard run, 15-yard run. Shit, against us, he had, what, an 82-yard run? I feel like that in the back of people's minds is going to be the X factor for them and what potentially can open up things for them. As what do you think about that schematic standpoint? Like just having to always be worried about him breaking off on you.
Yeah, that's something you can't simulate in practice. But Nick Harper has to take another step as well to help out Lenore Sellers, right? He's one of the fastest receivers in the country. I want to say he ran 10-2, 10-1 and 100.
That's damn near Jelani Watkins.
Yeah. Him and the kid Anthony and Jelani Watkins, I think they're supposed to be the 3 fastest in the SEC. So, but last year I think Harper was inconsistent catching the ball. I think with him being so damn big, I think he's 6'4" and can run like that. He has to take a huge step in his process if Lenore Sellers wants to have an opportunity to ascend like he's been showing toward the end of the year. I think that's going to be big because you need that target. You need somebody you can rely on. And if he could do that, South Carolina offense is going to be so much better than it was last year because they couldn't rely on Nick Harper last year. He was too up and down.
It's going to be fireworks. Man, Flo be in the chat saying, bro, trucked our camera like he was Kevin Folk.
Huh?
Flo said, trucked our shit like Kevin Folk.
Yeah, for sure.
He wasn't playing no games, man.
Yeah.
Carl Dunn talking about we need to hit varsity great hot dogs. Grab a glizzy, Atlanta glizzy. I don't know.
True.
Man.
I hope it's next to the Omni. I ain't trying to get behind that.
Give me a spot with some good sound. That's what I'm looking for.
Salmon.
Yeah, I want some salmon.
You a
Man.
big salmon guy?
Big
I
salmon
don't
guy.
know.
Big salmon guy.
I only ate it like twice, bro. I caught a salmon one time in Minnesota and I ate it fresh. And then I think the other time I had some some kid from
I love salmon. I love that protein, bro.
Got that lean protein.
That
too.
lean protein.
Don't got a lot of fat on
There
it.
you go. There you go.
Gotta watch that thing. Gotta watch. Flo be asking in the chat, if Caden Durham stays at LSU, will he be as good as Kevin Folk?
Ooh, got a long way away for that.
And then I think I think
that's too premature to answer right now.
it's tough at LSU because there's a lot of comparative aspects. It don't matter what position you at, bro. You can have a corner. You got about 30 that you can name. Safety, 30. D lineman, you got a huge amount of alumni. Wide receivers, can't even count on, bro. Quarterbacks now, you got 2, about to be 3 first-round caliber talents in the last 5-6 years. Every single person has somebody that they're like living up to expectation-wise. I feel like Nussmart said in our interview at the Maine Passing Academy, bro, I'm in my lane. I'm Garrett. I'm not Jaden. I'm not Joe. I'm going to do my thing. Like, yeah, I'm at the same university as them. Shit, around most of the same staff members. But I feel like they're in their own world. Caden Durham was so explosive, and I feel like the speed he's got, the quick twitch ability that he's got. Then also, you could throw him damn near any type of pass. He's just as good receiving as he is rushing. We saw that against South Alabama. He had 2 80-plus yard break-off plays. And I keep circling back to this. He was not healthy. I mean, was he like on a broken ankle or torn this or torn that? No, it was a foot injury. He still played. It's not the biggest thing in the world. But, bro, he took initiative in his freshman year whenever he wasn't really seasoned. He didn't really know what to expect in this big boy ball in the SEC, quite frankly. I think he took it on the chin and proved to be, I think, one of the best running backs in the SEC.
I think when fans ask questions like that, you have to realize the type of football that's being played now. When Kevin Folk was playing, he probably was getting 25 to 30 carries a game.
Yeah, they're feeding that.
Yeah, and football today is done by committee. You're gonna see Harlan Berry, you're gonna see Caden Durham, you're gonna see Caleb Jackson.
Yep.
You might see a little bit of JT Lindsay. Who knows? They're gonna use them carries and split them up accordingly in that backfield because they don't want to have that. You have your best running back with too much wear and tear on their body.
Right.
So, as far as the yardage and things of that nature, I don't ever see him catching Kevin Folk because he's not gonna get that many opportunities. But unless he's just going crazy, where he getting 10, 12 touches and he rushing for over 120 yards a game, which I'm not saying he can't do.
Right.
But that's highly unlikely when you spread the carries up between 3 and 4 different backs.
That's a good point.
But Caden Durham's a really, really good player, and I anticipate him having a really good year.
I'm excited to see it. I ain't gonna lie. That's my X factor for LSU this season. Caden, MF, and Durham. That's my goal. I'm putting all the stock.
Jackson got to take that next step, bro.
He does.
We thought last year him and Caden Durham and John Emery, we thought that was going to be one of the best running back tandems in the country.
Yeah, I thought
And it just didn't play out like that. I know John Emery got hurt the first game against USC, but Caleb Jackson just never showed any glimpses of what we saw from him his freshman year.
in my head, I thought Josh Williams was a clear-cut one. I knew he was going to be in there.
Mr. Reliable.
But
My bad, Josh.
I did think by the end of the year that Caleb Jackson would potentially slide it. We're talking about by committee. We're talking about riding a high hand, this, that, the other. I thought that he would prove to be that option towards the end of the year, right? And I mean, things happen. Caden Durham popping up, answering the bell. I feel like this could potentially motivate Caleb, though. Like, he ain't forget. He knows what he's capable of.
The biggest thing for Caleb is coming in fall camp in shape and not taking all the fall camp and some of the beginning of the season to get back in shape.
Yep.
You can't do that. You got to be eating right. Step away from the carbs, Caleb.
Back up from that red beans and rice.
Right? Step away from it. You know, that salmon like me.
Yeah.
So you come to fall camp ready to go and put that shoulder in somebody's chest, man. Run through their face.
No, going forward,
looking for.
I'm never getting hype. I'm not going to say never, but I'm not going to put buku stock into when they're talking about, oh, well, he came in with an extra added 30 pounds. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Last year they talked about.
I don't know if it was 30 pounds.
They were saying Caleb bulked up. He bulked up. I'm sitting here like, damn, he about to kill shit. Like, he about to run through people, truck people. I never thought about that side of it, the conditioning side. Because when you add that weight, you're going to have to balance it. You might sacrifice a couple things, speed, agility, whatever the case may be. Harold Perkins even slimmed down to get to this position. And I feel like that, sometimes I kind of lose sight of the fact that bulking up, being one of the biggest person out there, ain't always
right.
The crown jewel. Like sometimes, yeah, you're gonna have to be able to find your lane, your role, what you bring to the team. If it's speed, if it's size, whatever the hell, lock in it and don't try to do everything because Caleb's a power back. But if you keep trying to like get 30 pounds, 25 pounds, whatever the hell the case may be, you're gonna put him in a situation where not only could he be unconditioned, he can get hurt. That's a lot of weight to be able to put down on your tendons, on your joints, all this different stuff like that. And the running back position, you already get banged up. But I feel like that was risky in and of itself. So yeah, I say all that just to say, I ain't buying no stock when people bulking up.
In my opinion, Caleb Jackson might be one of the most important players on that offense this season because he's the only back in that room that's supposed to play this year that can get those tough short yards that they need when it's 3rd and 2, 4th and 1 on the goal line. You don't want to keep making Caden Durham and Harlan Berry have to run lead up the middle, right? You want to be able to do that with Caleb Jackson. Yep. And if you could do that with Caleb Jackson, that just brings so much, just a different dynamic to that room, right? You know what Harlan Berry can do. Speed, he can motion to the slide, he can run routes. Caden Durham, get him outside on some outside zone, right? Let him turn a corner and use his speed. He can catch out the backfield. But then when you bring Caleb Jackson, he's that thumper, right? He could get them tough yards, and be able to get yards after contact when he can tackle by linebackers and D linemen. And you're gonna need that in the SEC, bro, because so many times you get in situations to where it's 3rd and short on the goal line, and I've seen teams lose games like that because they can't convert those short yards. And last year you saw LSU struggle with it, and part of it was that because Caleb Jackson wasn't in the fold. So I think he might be one of the most important players on that offense this year.
Yeah, I feel like if Caleb Jackson comes in and plays a huge role, less pressure on everybody. Less pressure on the offensive line. Less pressure on Caden Durham. Less pressure on Garrett Nussmeier, Joe Sloan. Like everybody's job gets a little bit easier and everyone can come together and you got an extra little addition that you could blend in there. Yep. The LSU scent, if you will. Ben, how you feeling? What's your takeaway? Come on, say something on the mic.
Man, I'm looking forward to seeing some snaps from Harlan Berry. I know this, not the most analytical observation, but man, CFB 26, that ultimate team, they got this man. You swear, I saw Lenny in the chat. You swear this man, Lenny. Harlan Berry, he got 85 overall. That's like the highest overall they got around here. This dude running all over them defense. They got like a little 75 overall defense getting torched by Harlan Berry. And everybody in their mama got him.
I use Harlan Berry a lot when I play with LSU. I ain't gonna lie. He my 3rd down back. If I won't run a screen, I'm putting Harlan Berry in.
Yeah, y'all need to get him right though, because on that card it's like a AI or like a what's it called? Like a generated.
Yeah,
it's not watching
real
takeoffs. Like a
college
ability.
Football. Yeah, he don't have a takeoff ability. I mean, he got 95 speed. I think he got 95 speed. Or maybe it might be 94 speed. But he should have takeoff, bro. They got to fix it.
We got Blanche in the chat talking about he want Perk to go back to 40. He played better. I don't know, man. Let's leave this 7 on him. But who do you think gonna be the other 7? You got a 7 on offense? What about 18? I heard somebody talking about maybe Nussmeier should rock 18.
I think saying that downstairs.
I think Bauer Sharp might have an opportunity to get 18.
Really? First year?
Yeah, I think he will.
That's wild.
I would love to see it just from what I saw from him in the spring. He seems like a team-oriented guy, a leader. lead by example. So I think Ball Sharp might be somebody that can end up getting 18. Weeks might end up getting 18.
I was about to say that was my pick of
Especially the
defense.
way Brian Kelly was talking about him the day on the podium.
Right.
He said Wood Weeks is passionate, but he doesn't let
He's focused.
Yeah, he doesn't let his passion make him lose focus. So he might end up being 18. For a 7 on offense, I don't see it. Just put it on the shelf.
All right, I got a couple of ones I'll throw out there.
I would, because look, what you don't want to do is give somebody a 7
And water it down.
and we just hope he does good. Nah. You got to get somebody that's 7 that really deserves it, and somebody we know when the bullet hit the flying, they're gonna come to play. And I just don't. That's not to say nobody on the offense gonna have a good season. So I don't want nobody to take out of context what I'm saying. I'm saying you put 7 on. Come on, bro. You a super ninja.
You got to live up to the
You a
expectation.
super ninja.
A lot of pressure on him.
Aaron Anderson could possibly be 7.
I was thinking
Possibly.
Aaron Anderson,
Possibly.
Chris Hilton. I know this one's young. And then what happened until next year? Trudez Green.
Trudez.
Now that's
Yeah,
I feel like that
I
was a
think
hot
next year
pick.
next year he could possibly end up having an opportunity to be 7.
If I'm picking at 7, I mean, I
If you go, but see, you gotta understand, you gotta go off of production. The only person on that offense that really produced last year was Caden Durham
Aaron.
and Aaron.
Yeah.
So if we're not gonna give it to Caden Durham,
Why not?
you can't give it to him over Aaron.
Okay. I'm just wondering.
Just saying. So if anybody would get 7, it would be Aaron Anderson.
I don't think that I don't know if they're still like thinking about it being like this. No, they broke it because of the Harold Perkins thing. Either way, Brian Kelly, when he came over, when he gave it to Will Campbell, he was saying he wants to be the top Louisiana player. And I don't think you could do that, bro. Because of Patrick Peterson.
I like that.
But Patrick Peterson started it, dog.
Yeah, you're right.
So it's kind of, and then it limits a lot of things, though. Because, I mean, yeah, Aaron Anderson can get it. Caden Durham can't get it. Whit Weeks couldn't get it. I mean, Mansour, you wouldn't be able to get it. There's a lot of people that wouldn't be able to get it because, especially this transfer portal era, bro, you're going further and further
I didn't
away.
even know he said that.
Yeah.
I didn't know
It was years ago, like 3 years ago. When
like
he
when he
came
first got there.
Yep. When he came in and he said at first he didn't even think about like giving it out, but he let the team vote on it. Team said, yeah, we'll do it. He picked 7, and the team always votes on 18 because that's like your captain, your leader. And that's also why I think it could
Last
be
year,
Whit.
Greg
Greg
Penn was 18.
Penn and Josh Williams. You get
And
one
Josh
on offense,
Williams.
one on defense.
And then the year before that was Ojolari.
Yeah, Ochalari. I'm trying to think. I don't know if they have one on offense.
Who was the tight ends that year? Mason Taylor and who was the backup tight end that year?
Matt Barkley, probably.
No, Barkley played, but he wasn't the backup. I think he was the 3rd string. Who was the other tight end with Mason Taylor? Brian Kelly's first year.
Let's go dial it back. LSU depth chart.
I usually know stuff like this. Have my brain for it.
Need to get some coffee in you.
My second cup, man. It's hitting that, man. It's hitting.
Boy, the coffee.
Yeah.
I never drunk coffee a day in my life.
Really?
You missing
Yeah.
out.
See, it's bad. I drink multiple cups a day, man.
Right. I
It's
never
bad.
did it because I never wanted to get addicted.
You smart for that.
Yeah.
Because it
I saw
gets bad.
My mom was a coffee person growing up, and she couldn't. When she didn't have it, she used to be tripping.
It's fair.
Jack Mashburn.
Jack Ashburn.
I'm pretty sure. Cole Taylor, Nick Stores, Mason
Nah,
Taylor.
neither one of them was 18.
No 18s in the tight end room. I don't think you had an 18 in offense. I don't know. I don't think.
I remember Ojolari. Ojolari was 18.
They
his
got a
first year.
history. They got a website we can look up history. I know it started with Matt Maul, 18. And that's why they're talking about giving it to what's his name? Nussmeier.
I don't think Nuss gonna want the 18.
No, you already locked in on
I'm
13.
pretty sure he actually was saying downstairs. Somebody asked him about it. He was like, man, he's like, I'd love to. He said, it's not up to me. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Nuss gonna get 18.
Damn.
Him a ball sharp.
Nah, this is 2017. We ain't going back there.
Now let me ask you this though. This might determine whether I'm right or wrong about what he said. What number his dad was?
13.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
I could
You
be
know
wrong.
You know his dad played with the Saints, huh?
Nah.
Yeah, he was a backup quarterback for the Saints.
Okay.
Joe Sloan wore number 13 too at ECU.
For real?
Yeah, I looked that up whenever we were about to do our show with him. I thought that was interesting. Man, I can't find no damn list. We need Michael Barnett to come up with that.
I think what he was saying was that he wore 13 because of his dad, but then he was like, he's like, I'll change it if they wanted me to.
Yeah, that's an honor.
It is.
It's kind of, and I know he don't go to LSU. Montreal Johnson, a running back for the University of Florida last year, he wore 2, and that was his number. I want to say he wore 2 in high school, and 1 in Florida is like a historic number. And Billy Napier and them approached him about they wanted him to wear 1, and he changed the 1 because he said it just was an honor, and he didn't want to turn it down when they asked him about it. So I think that's the same situation with us.
It could be I'm not gonna say a blessing in disguise, but hey, new number, new nuts.
18, ugly at a quarterback though.
Hey, don't let Peyton Manning. Don't let
That was an ugly number on Peyton Manning, bro. I don't like 18.
What number would you wear?
If I was a quarterback,
Yeah.
single digit.
Single. I'm doing either 6. I mean 6, 7. I can't do 7. They're gonna have to vote on it, but I'll probably do 6.
Yeah, I'm a single digit guy.
So much the 2, man. I like the 2.
Like 2. Don't
Yep.
play. Don't play. Shout out.
But man, talking about Peyton Manning, it warmed my heart. Whenever Roman Harper's sitting right here, and he talking about some Peyton Manning. He's like, oh, they blowing up Peyton Manning. He doing so good.
Yeah.
Man, that brought a smile on my face seeing Roman Harper on the show.
Trip down memory lane. Talking about the Super Bowl.
Roman Harper was one of those guys in that era when he was playing with the Saints where 1 week you love him, 1 week you hate him.
That's the curse of the TV.
That's the type of player he was.
And it's a tough position.
Every week, every week it was different. I think he did a great job of handling the media and handling the fans when all that was going on with his era.
Yeah, and he got a lot of knowledge in the game, bro. Like he's coming here sitting down talking about all the schemes from LSU. I mean, dude played at Alabama. Like he knowing Joe Sloan talking about running crack toss, all this different stuff. Like, damn, bro. I mean,
no. He was talking about Sarkisian.
Oh, against Ohio State.
Yeah.
But then that whole
and ran it right at
that whole
and ran it right at Jack Sawyer. You ran it right at their best player.
the whole
Jesus Christ.
breakdown, like understanding the mindset of him, because he was talking about the quarterback and how Alabama needs to pick a guy that's going to be able to pick everybody up. Damn, safety's damn near the quarterback of the defense. Like he got to have that same mindset as well. And I like to peel back, get inside his mind a little bit, and just talk to a great, because you could just see the football knowledge oozing out of him, bro. Like he know everything.
Man, you know we're gonna get Roman on the pod, man.
We got to.
Gotta go through
We
his
got to
track.
lock in. Come on. We got to lock in.
He always be in the booth.
We've been here damn near an hour with y'all. We're spending a lot of time. I ain't about to lie. Let's see.
Getting them right.
Oh, Lord. Talking about Floby said with the chemistry that we got, we need to do a call-in show. We were talking about that on the drive up here.
What?
Doing a call-in show. Like they could call in on the line. We get on there and break it down with them. We're going to have to get that in the works. We have to call it the Floby hotline since you gave it an idea. Right? I might have to,
That's game, Floby.
Yeah.
might have to scheme. I don't know how you would plan that. What I got to pay for a whole nother phone line? What I got to do? Floby, do some research on that. Drop it in the chat, bro. Let's run it. Floby can run it.
We're gonna figure it out.
And then he said, Nussmeyer better than every quarterback in the SEC. Oh, whoa.
Floby putting them
Bro,
on
wait,
blast.
wait.
We talked about this 2 episodes ago.
I'm not going to read this part. You got to read this part. I don't want to be clipped.
I don't know what you own or what you coming off, but that is a horrible take.
He giving that away
DJ
bulletin
Lang.
board material, man.
Oh, no bulletin board material.
No.
We
A little bit too
Yeah.
much of that flying around this
DJ
league.
Langley, in my opinion, he's arguably the best quarterback in the SEC.
And then Joel Klatt said that Arch and John Mateer are his top 2 SEC quarterbacks. Okay,
John Mateer at Oklahoma, right?
yes,
Where
bro.
he came from?
Washington State.
Washington
He's the
State.
dog. He had
Yeah,
a 4,000
pretty
yard passing yard season
Pretty
last
good.
year.
I just don't know if he's gonna have the weapons.
And then you got to think about this too. The weapons, the translation coming into the SEC. Then also we saw last year Jackson Arnold kind of slow rolls, and he
I think they changed offensive coordinators though. And man, and then last year people gave Jackson Arnold a lot of backlash, bro. But I think 2 of his best receivers was hurt. Deion Burks, and I forgot the other one that was hurt. So that's why Paul Sharp let him receive.
good point.
They got a good running back in Barnes.
It's tough because like you could say the same thing about Oklahoma that we've been saying about LSU. You got so many good ass quarterbacks coming out of that school, whether it be Baker Mayfield, whether it be Caleb, whether it be Kyler Murray. I mean, I know Lincoln Riley ain't there no more, but he had a damn QB factory victory out there. So when you're a quarterback over there, you're getting compared to all the greats, all the legends, all these different people that had legendary careers. It's tough. It's tough. Comparisons to people, Jordan. Oh, Lord, hold on. Flo be back on you. He said, hold on, G. What you mean? He threw 12 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. You mean to tell me that's good?
Cool.
Langley, yeah.
First of all, he was a true freshman, and he got in spot time. And when you watched him against Georgia, once he came out the game, that whole game changed.
It did.
You got to look at the traits, bro. You got to look at the traits. When Jaden Nash first came to LSU, what y'all was saying? Get him out of here. When Joe Burrow first came to LSU, his first year, what y'all was saying? Yeah, all right. Dude probably ain't gonna get drafted. If he do, he might be in the 6th or the 7th round. So I can promise you, DJ Lagway gonna turn some heads this year in year 2. And now he's not, battling nobody for the starting spot. Last year he was, it was Graham Mertz.
Yeah.
And then Graham Mertz got hurt, and then he got in, and it was a different dynamic last year.
In Florida, bro, I'm pretty sure after Lagway got hurt, that quarterback 3 had to play for a while because Graham was still banged up. So they went through the ringer, dog.
Yeah, Lagway went through a lot of injuries last year. I don't know if it was a hamstring
and shoulder.
Yeah.
And he's still recovering with the shoulder right now because they had him on a bit of a pitch count.
I talked to a couple of NFL scouts a couple of weeks ago, and they say during spring practices, and I know he was on a pitch count. Like, he wasn't like a full participant, but they were just talking about like how his body and just his makeup. They were super impressed with him.
Yeah, I feel like he's going to be one of the high risers. I ain't gonna lie. In terms of the person that I think can like flip expectations on their head, I feel like Lagway's got a lot of support behind him. I feel like even Lenore Sellers, a lot of support. Arch Manning, Nussmeier, yada, yada, yada. John Mateer's stock is stupid undervalued. I can't lie to you. I'm going to look up his production exactly. I know it was a 4,000-yard season, but I got to give you all the
really
ranks.
good at Washington State. I just don't know about the weapons that were going, bro.
3,029 and 7.
I know Deion Burke's coming back.
Airing that thing out.
And he dealt with a lot of injuries last year. That's probably going to be his best receiver.
I'm going to go look at game by game. Bro, 1, 2, 3, 4 games over 300. One of them 375. He had one at 295. So, I mean, I give you that one. It'll be interesting to watch him in the step up of
He's pretty good. I'm telling you. He's pretty good. He's pretty good.
And then he got a good confidence level. We talked with him at the NBA, too. Bro, the only loss that they really had ranked was Boise State. They lost their first 3 games. Then after that, they went on a hell of a streak. But that competition is going to change. It's going to be a culture shock a little bit. I don't know. Because the competition changes for the quarterback, but then also everything else changes. The offensive line changes. You got bigger offensive linemen. You got more talented wide receivers, whatever the case may be. It could balance out. It could level out. We went live for damn near an hour, 58 minutes. I think we're going to time out. We'll be back on here. What's it, 12:30? I say give us about an hour. We'll have a South Carolina DQ Smith in the chat with us. We'll be live again on the channel. Appreciate everybody for tapping in the chat. My guy Flo, we had Carl, we had Blanche, we had all kind of people in this thing. But let me keep scrolling. Find Braylon, football influencer. Shout out to you, bro. Everybody hit that thumbs up button. We're gonna be back. Y'all don't miss out.
Appreciate that love, man.
G's birthday. Spam him up. Show us who love. Follow him on socials. You know the drill. Everything is in the description. Whatever platform you go, Instagram, we there. Facebook, we there. X. We are also there. We everywhere, G.
Subscribe to my
place
YouTube channel, man. I'm trying to get the 25K, man.
Come on.
Yeah,
On the
man.
birthday, we hitting it.
Trying to get the 25K, man.
Before we back, we
Hopefully.
gonna have it. That's almost the whole city of Homer. On the way up, cooking something. Whipping it up, flick at the wrist. Man, say something inspirational to the viewers before we get out of here.
Man, I just gotta say, never give up on your dreams, man.
Yeah.
Great things do happen to good people. Just keep grinding, never give up, and God bless America.
And you need to work on that quarterback cadence.
Yeah, and next time I'm gonna have the cadence down. This DB, I'm gonna be dotting him up later on.
Whoa.
Anybody that wanted any smoke on that college,
Bro,
See, I'm ducking. We ducking that.
underscore
Wait,
PIL08. I'm like that.
we need to address the elephant in the room real quick. Because Amik Robinson, he said you are looking on YouTube.
No. First of all, Kyron lied to him. God rest my dog's soul. Kyron definitely lied to him. It was Joseph. I ain't never looked on YouTube or no TikTok or no glitches, no code. I play real football. I line up.
Yeah.
And I got superior use the skills.
Okay. We might have.
I got integrity, man.
We don't have to put it to the test. We're gonna
I
do
got
another.
integrity, man.
We're gonna do another stream. I'm feeling good. My
I don't
pass.
gotta do all that. I don't gotta do all that.
My passing been good, bro. It's been
I
good.
think it depends on how you look at that one.
Okay,
We done had some
He
shaky
told me he was
passes
good, and then asked me what the score was.
shaky passes.
bro.
Hey, there was
we
a
had
couple
some-
games.
Bro.
Couple games he lightened it up, and
We had a
then
50 bucks.
it kind of started getting a little scary towards the end. We gonna see though. We gonna see the squads. We getting right on the squads, man. It's only up from here.
And we only got a 70, what, 6?
So yeah, about 76, 77.
You need to give me a little bit of slack. I'm throwing with 72 through power.
Then wide receivers, sometimes they hit him in the hand, smooth drop. Nobody touching them, nobody doing nothing. Straight drop.
I
They-
got some competition, man.
They do
I don't
got
think you finding it right here, coach. Because until I get some cheese plays under my belt, I think you're gonna hold that down. Yeah. See, I like that cheese sometimes, man. It gets a little rough out there.
you got
Especially when you got them cheese blitzes firing at you. How you supposed to handle the cheese blitz when a cheese play right back?
all right, I'll give you that. They do have a horrible blocking setup. I feel like I'm running for my life when I play. I feel like I'm getting smushed, and I'm giving up. I'm tipping too much in my hand. I can't say that because now you're gonna write that down and
Nah,
no,
man, y'all
you
gotta know
know,
how to slide the protection, man. Slide the protection. You gotta know how to keep your running back in the block. Sometimes you gotta keep that tight end. Sometimes you gotta do max
Oh
protect.
man, I be max protecting, sending them all in that backfield. I watch these dudes. There's been times I got that running back. He blocking. He watched the dude run right past him. It smoked me
Nah, that do be happening sometimes.
every
That do
time.
be happening
Every
sometimes.
time.
But look, that happen in real life sometimes.
I mean, yeah, you gotta get your awareness
Nah,
up.
yeah,
on the CFP.
it shouldn't be something that's happening consistent on that
Oh,
game.
it's too
But you know
consistent.
they just did a patch.
They need
When?
to patch
What
that
day?
thing.
I think it was what today is Monday.
Yeah.
I think it happened like Friday or Saturday. They did a patch.
Yeah, I haven't been on since then, so
Yeah.
hopefully they patched it up nice and tight.
Too many leaks, man. Y'all get the patches in.
That thing was rough. So Floby said we're going live later again today. Yes, we'll be live again. All right, so we're in Atlanta. Keep in mind, it is 11:30 where y'all are. If you're in Central Time, if you're in the booth, shout out. 12:35 over here. So we will be live in, I'd say, another hour. Put your time on your phone, 60 minutes. Come tap back in with the Verdin Verdict. My guy G Sportz. We got a little Ben in the cut running
Had to
around.
tap in.
Come on. Hey, we gonna work on that cadence though. I'm gonna call John Drew. We're gonna make one phone call. At least you ain't clap. If you clapped, I'd have lost my mind. In the stream, knock the
I
camera over
don't,
again.
I don't think they would have appreciated me too much clapping like a fool on Radio Row.
Probably not. Probably not.
But who knows?
Appreciate y'all for tapping in once again. Spam that thumbs up. Y'all have a hell of a time. See you in an hour.